Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Tonight's video is all about a note I never thought I would embrace, and I never thought I would be doing an entire video based on fragrances that feature the note of oud. Oud for the longest time has been one of the more challenging notes for me to accept or enjoy in fragrances, and oud is actually a resin that comes from certain trees, particularly after they are damaged. It's one of the most expensive materials in all of perfumery, but it is also notorious because it can have some very stinky, skanky, and animalic characteristics, and that's the type of oud that I do not like. So that type of oud will not be featured in this video because this is really about kind of gateway oud fragrances, and I think I have some terrific ones, and I'm just gonna dive right in. Well, hey, you know what? Before I dive right in, let us all know down below some of your very favorite easy ouds in the comments below. Now I will go ahead and start, and I'm gonna start with the fragrance that I think is the easiest oud of all. It is the best gateway oud, and it was my first oud fragrance. My favorite perfume, I think, in the entire line of Joan Malone, and I have a ton, and it's Oud and Bergamot. So this just smells so amazing. By the way, I actually asked a gentleman on a shuttle bus one time what he was wearing. He smelled so good, and he was wearing Oud and Bergamot. So very unisex. It's just beautiful citruses. So it's has a ton of citruses, but it's not sharp. It doesn't smell like a cleaning product, and it doesn't smell like a typical freshie because it has the beautiful woody notes in the base to balance it out. So the woods in here are never too strong. They're never skanky, not a bit of barnyard ick going on. And even though it is in the, the extrait line, what is this? The Cologne Intense, it's still not super intense. I don't care when you smell this good. I don't care what the longevity is, although other people do. So you do need to know it's not a powerhouse. The next one I'm gonna go with is this one, Honey Oud. Man, this smells delicious. So this is a spicy, sweet oud, and the oud in here, it doesn't ever get skanky at all. I get none of that. I get more smoky wood. The wood in here, the oud, is more smoky than skanky or barnyard or animalic, and maybe it's just covered up by delicious honey and a ton of cinnamon. So it has a lot of cinnamon here, a cinnamon balm, lots of honey, very warm, very woody, very sweet, and ambery in the base. And this one, man, this lasts a long time, particularly in the cold. I never wear this in the hot weather. No. It's a snow day perfume. This one was one of my first ones. I do love the portraits from Penhaligon's, and I think the Bewitching Yasmine was my first one. I think it was. So this is a very interesting take on a perfume. It has lots of interesting notes, but this is a vanilla oud scent with other things going on. It has florals, it has jasmine, some evergreens, and some coffee, and a little bit of incense. It's a touch smoky, so it's sweet, it's spicy, it's woody and oudy, but not stinky and a splash. I barely get the coffee as it's in there. I just think it blends with all the other notes. But I do get that evergreen in here, and I do get a floral note. So, a very interesting take on a vanilla oud combination. Okay, one of the prettiest blackcurrant perfumes in my collection comes from the house of Tomavicci, and this is Zenobia. It took me a while to get on the Zenobia train, but boy, am I glad I did. This is a gorgeous floral blackcurrant, ambery, woody scent that has an oud note, but I get more of just a woody scent. I get none of that skankiness, none of that barnyard stuff. Oh my gosh, it has gourmand elements because I do get vanilla, but it's not overly gourmand. I would never call this a gourmand. I would call this maybe a woody, floral, vanilla fragrance, lots of amber, a little bit of saffron, a little bit of spiciness, maybe I'm smelling, a little bit of like leather in the dry down. And I want to say it's probably from the saffron, but the blackcurrant is beautiful. The vanilla is beautiful. The woods are absolutely stunning. The amber is gorgeous. Let me tell you, this is a sexy, sexy perfume, and this is dressed up. I would wear this definitely on date night if I didn't say it already. The florals in here are probably rose and jasmine, just stunning. All right, next we're gonna go with a beautiful fragrance from Goldfield Banks, and this is Silky Woods. Another fragrance that has an oud, but it's so easy. This to me smells like a powdered donut and a brand new, very soft suede bag got together and had an offspring. And if that happened, yikes, then you would come up with Silky Woods. So pretty. It has a very, very strong suede / leather accord. And that to me is the strongest, other than, you know, the vanilla, the cinnamon, a little bit of tobacco, some amber, maybe some resins. Beautiful background woods. And again, nothing skanky, nothing animalic about this beautiful scent. It just has a gorgeous, gorgeous, dry, sweet, vanillic, woody dry down. And let me tell you, it's a lovely compliment getter. Okay, the next fragrance, I only have a 5 ml decant, and let me tell you, I think this is marketed to men, and this is just a beautiful scent, and I might have to get Mr. Picky Pat a full bottle of this because I think it's absolutely stunning. And this is called Papyrus Oud, and this is by Parle Moi de Parfum Fragrance House, and man, this is a gorgeous, I would call this a beautiful, dry, burned wood without the smoke. So you know how a piece of wood smells when it is on fire and creating a lot of smoke. It's very smoky. There's a very characteristic scent to that. This is the wood that has already been burned. If you've ever been at a campfire, anything like that, and by the time, you know, the campfire goes out, if you were ever to pick up that wood or whatever you smell, you're smelling that beautiful burned wood without the smokiness, and that's what I get here. You know, a very dry wood. Cedar, the oud is very dry, so the wood in here is very dry. So a very dry cedar, a very dry oud, and this has papyrus, which can be earthy. Papyrus can be smoky, it can be a little bit leathery, it can be resinous, but I just get that lovely burned wood scent without it being overly smoky. And some of those smoky, woody fragrances can smell like a barbecue pit, and I hate that, but this is really good. Papyrus Oud is a very nice fragrance. The next one is from a house or a fragrance line that I used to talk about all the time, Maïssa. This one is an easier oud for me. It is Oud Sakura, so this is oud and cherry. And the oud in here is strong. Now we're getting to a strong oud. But I find the oud to be very similar in this one to like Oud for Greatness. So it's very strong, it's very prominent, but it's never animalic or skanky, never goes into that barnyard territory. The cherry in here is very prominent. I think the cherry is quite nice, and it's in between like a boozy cherry and a tart cherry. It just kind of goes right in the middle. I think it's a little bit sweet. It has some lovely spices. It's almost boozy, but not quite. It smells so good. This is a really, really good cherry oud, like a spicy, ambery, vanillic cherry oud scent. And I'll reach out to the house to make sure that I have a discount. At one point it was 40%. Maybe they're having a nice discount for the holidays. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get a kickback, just so you know, but I will, if there is a discount code, I will let you know below, because this is a beautiful, you know, cherry oud fragrance. And for those of you with unlimited pocketbooks who love a very luxurious line, one of the most stunning oud fragrances is the one I hold in my hand, and it's Oud Extraordinaire by the house of Roja. Man, this is a beautiful, fruity oud. I think this is the prettiest fruity oud I've ever smelled in my life. It starts off very citrusy, very juicy, very fresh, you know, lots of tropical fruit. So this is more, to me, more of a, I mean, I guess you could wear it year round if you live somewhere where it's warm. It's literally snowing today and it's cold. So this is not a scent I would pull for, but this is spectacular in the warmer months, like not cold weather, not a snow day scent. Beautiful fruity scent. It has oud, and the oud almost goes into that, you know, skanky territory just for the first 5 minutes. I mean, it doesn't go into the skanky territory. It doesn't go barnyard. It gets a little oudy. It walks up to that line, but doesn't quite get there, and it quickly walks back. So I get, you know, just a few minutes of a earthy, we'll call it an earthy oud. But then these other elements really take over. There are florals in addition to all those beautiful tropical notes. This is like the tropical fruity version of Benigna Oud, which is a beautiful scent as well. I just don't happen to own a bottle. And there's this very fun note of cotton, or a chord of cotton candy that gives it a real beautiful sweetness without being sickly sweet or cloying. But man, this is quite the beautiful fragrance. And I think I have one more. And the last one is one I only have a sample of. It's Oud Nude from Guerlain. This is so beautiful, swoon worthy. So this is a dry wood, nothing animalic, sprinkled with almonds on a bed of like a raspberry cloud. I know raspberry is in here, and I do get raspberry, but sometimes I think I get cherry as well. So I don't know if cherry is in here, but just a beautiful like raspberry, cherry nuance in this fragrance. Soft musk, soft oud, soft woods, just executed like a Guerlain fragrance. Soft, cozy, fluffy, elegant. Now, at the end of my single note videos, I talk about if there's anything I want to get rid of, if there is any scent or any perfume on my wish list. So am I going to get rid of any of these fragrances? And right now the answer is no. I don't own a ton of them, but I either like or love them all. Now, do I have anything on my wish list? And the answer is yes. Oud Nude is on my wish list. So is it high on my wish list? No. Do I need it tomorrow or the next day or the next day? No. But this is definitely on my wish list. I would love it. It is a perfect year-round scent. I think it could be somebody's signature scent, and I think it's it has gourmand elements, but I do think it's so professionally done that I would absolutely, it could be my signature scent, and I would definitely wear it to work. So that was it. A very quick rundown of what I think are easy ouds, fragrances with the note, featuring the note of oud that aren't overwhelming, that are easy to take for somebody who really can't do a strong animalic or skanky oud. Let me know what you thought. Did I miss any good entryway or easy ouds that I did not mention? If so, let us all know down below. Thanks again for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who always stops by, even when you're not into the topic that I cover. Thanks for leaving me a nice note and always giving me a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate that. If there's any content you want to see me do before the end of the year, let me know in the comments down below. And with that, I'll see you on the next one.